A nice guy is someone that doesn't necessarily have a strong discernment or judgment over their own values. They go like, hey, yes, nice, let's get along, yes, 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 I agree with you, everything. They don't set boundaries. They don't have ideals, they don't have values or beliefs that they will stand against. A story I'll tell you is that I was a nice guy. During elementary school, there was this one friend, she's a female. I remember often she did not bring money to school to buy her lunch. And it was not only like one time, like every week she would ask me 2-3 times. Deep down in there I know, like, come on, please bring your own money. You have your own money. I know her mother is a CEO of a daycare center, but she insisted and she said, sorry, I forgot today, and I was like, okay, I just want to be nice and just borrow her. And I kept on borrowing for multiple times. It was miserable for me. It was literally miserable because I just wanted to be nice and I kept on borrowing money, and I didn't even ask her to return the money. I asked her a few times and she said like, I'll return tomorrow, and I was like, okay, no worries. That freaking ruined me. That experience put a dent in my heart, in my own self-esteem, in my own confidence. It felt like I was being ran over. Same with another group of kids. They kept on bullying me. They kept on taking my stuff. At one point when the fine line of border was crossed, that's when I knew that, okay, this is it. It was during that moment where I actually cried in front of them. Yes, and it was a really vulnerable moment for me. And when I got into, I think I was around 11 or 12, that's when I started to hit the gym. And not only that, I learned to say no, because my dad taught me like the most powerful thing you can do is no. You have to know what you stand for. You have to know what your limits are. You have to know what you can and cannot tolerate. This is what a good guy knows, and he sets boundaries. And when that boundary is crossed, he says no. Just a firm no, that you really mean it from your heart, and say, no, I'm sorry, this is not for me, this doesn't sit right with me, I cannot tolerate this. A good guy is also a nice guy, but not nice all the time. He can be nice, yes. A good person has ideals and values. He won't be the most popular person, the most pleasant or outgoing or friendliest person that you'll ever meet. Of course, what constitutes a good person is a cumulative number of elements, and one of them is being nice, but also the other part is having values and ideals. People often get confused between these two things, being a good man and being a nice man. You can be a nice guy, but that doesn't necessarily make you a good person. That is the key difference that everybody should understand. Now you see, being nice is not necessarily a full grasp of your character. It's not the entire picture. Being nice is more of like a behavioral demeanor, right? To get along with people. Good people have certain traits of being nice. Of course, good people want to try to get along with others as well. Who doesn't want to, right? A nice guy will be very assertive in terms of trying to always get along with people, trying to always concur to what others are saying, what their beliefs are, and they have no kind of authenticity or don't have their integrity. You know, even if someone asks them to do something bad, they'll be like, hey, it's okay, I'm a nice guy, right? Let's get along. A good guy doesn't necessarily have that. When his values, his ideals, what he holds or regards as important is placed online with disagreement or threatened, he will stand up for these things. He will not compromise these things. He will respectfully say, no, I'm sorry, this is where it stops. I can't agree to this because this doesn't stand with me, this doesn't align right with me, this doesn't sit right with me. I will have to stay out of this one. And if you come closer, if you come trespass into these things that I hold valuable, then you will face the consequences. He does it in a respectful way, but he still sets boundaries. Sometimes being a nice person is great. It's a good trait of being nice, but sometimes you have to understand that you have to have your own set of boundaries and values and systems that you concur to, that you believe in. When other external circumstances intervene or put your things that you regard as valuable or important on jeopardy, that is when you have to stand up to it. That is when you're tested whether or not you're a good guy